All right, so today we're going deep on something a little different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're diving into a song,
Okay.
Not Even Blood by Coleman Lane.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we're going to be using these lyrics as our source material to explore some pretty big ideas.
Okay.
Loyalty, family, and maybe even what it means to find success in a world that doesn't exactly play by the rules.
I like it.
And just a heads up, these lyrics, they're raw, they're honest, and they definitely don't shy away from some strong language. So,
Well, and that's what makes them so interesting to me, right? It's like he's tapping into something a lot of us feel,
that's for sure.
that sense of isolation,
Absolutely.
even when you're surrounded by people.
Yeah, and it's like right from the start, he throws that line at you. Don't nobody really F with you,
Yeah, it's heavy, right?
right? It's like a punch in the gut, but it's also like strangely comforting
Right.
because you're like, yeah, okay, I've been there. I felt that.
We've all been there.
But then what's really cool is he doesn't just stay stuck in that feeling of isolation.
Right.
He goes on to talk about this small, tight circle, these people who are with you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where we get into this idea of chosen family.
Okay.
Maybe blood doesn't always mean loyalty, but you can choose the people you consider family.
Okay, so like your ride or dies.
Exactly. Your ride or dies. And there's actually a lot of research in psychology now
Oh, really?
showing how powerful these chosen family bonds can be, especially for people who've maybe been through some tough stuff, like rejection trauma, things like that.
Oh, wow.
These bonds can be just as strong, if not stronger, than traditional family ties.
It's really making me think about, my own chosen family.
Right.
The people who just get me, the ones I can always count on no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes you realize that family isn't always about who you're related to. It's about who's there for you.
That's a good point. But then Lane kind of throws in this whole other element.
What's that up?
Money.
Oh, yeah.
It's got this line, money won't fix it all, but I'd rather hope rich. It's
Yeah.
like he's trying to figure out this age-old question. Can money actually buy happiness?
Yeah, and he's doing it with a sense of humor, which I appreciate.
Me too.
But there's a lot of research on this whole money-happiness connection.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And it turns out it's way more complicated than you might think.
Okay.
Like, obviously, money can reduce stress, open up opportunities.
Sure.
But after a certain point, more money doesn't actually equal more happiness.
So it's not about being rich or poor, it's something else.
Yeah, it's about finding your purpose, what gives your life meaning,
Right.
staying true to your values. And I think that ties into what Lane's saying about staying in your lane.
Okay, let's talk about that because he brings that up a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think he means by that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it about like avoiding distractions or maybe protecting yourself from negativity?
I think it's all of that. It's about self-awareness, knowing who you are, what you want, and not letting anyone mess with that.
Right.
And remember that line earlier, I'm so far from stupid.
Yeah.
I think he's really asserting his intelligence, his agency, in a world that often tries to make you feel less than.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a really good point. It's
Yeah.
like he's claiming his power,
Exactly.
but he's doing it in a way that's not like arrogant or anything.
Yeah, there's an underlying vulnerability there.
For sure.
And that's what makes it so powerful.
Wow, we've covered a lot here.
We have, haven't we?
Loyalty, family, defining success on your own terms.
It's a lot to think about.
It is. But you know what I think is really interesting is we've been looking at all this from Lane's perspective.
Yeah.
But what about the other side of the story?
Who you mean the people he's distancing himself from?
Yeah, exactly. What are their stories?
That's a great question.
Like, could there ever be room for reconciliation?
Maybe there's a whole other song waiting to be written from their point of view.
That's deep. I think it just goes to show you that even like a 3-minute song can spark some serious reflection.
It really can.
So if this conversation has got you thinking, definitely check out Not Even Blood by Coleman Lane.
It's worth a listen.
And as always, thanks for diving deep with us.
Thanks for having me.
See you next time.
See ya.